Hi guys, while Rishi Sunak appointed his new cabinet, for what you may ask, those seeking to replace him are already firing up their campaigns. Suella Braverman, however, may have hit a bit of a bump over her wanting to bring Nigel Farage into the party. This had gone down pretty badly with many Conservatives. Now, while some may have agreed with the Reform UK's leader's positions, comments about Russia and racism within his party has turned many Tories off the idea of getting Nigel in. So what does the Conservative Party actually believe? Well, former Justice Secretary Robert Buckland thinks it stands on the opposite side of Farage.
I asked you about the Tory leadership contest. You're not an MP anymore.
Yes.
You are still a member, so
Yes.
you will presumably get some kind of vote.
I will.
Who don't you want to see leading your party?
Well, I think anybody who wants to invite Nigel Farage into the Conservative Party would not be a suitable person to be leader of the Conservative Party.
So pause right there, because you're obviously talking about Suella Braverman. She quote tweeted the new Home Secretary today. Let's just show our audience this. I'm going to read it off my phone because I took a picture of it. Bear with me because I can't read it off there. Here it is. So Yvette Cooper's talked today about the first steps of establishing what she calls a new UK Border Security Command to go after the criminal gangs who are bringing people across the channel. Suella Braverman said, more blah, blah, blah. I warned, but prepared to see the UK become an even bigger magnet for illegal arrivals, and numbers soar as our borders disintegrate. We need to leave the ECHR, scrap the HRA, and quickly remove people when they arrive illegally. Nothing else matters. So she wouldn't get your vote?
No. We're a party that looks outwardly, and we're an internationalist party, always have been. We take our responsibilities seriously. That is a massive red herring. It doesn't solve the problem about the mass migration of people from war-torn or climate change-affected parts of the world. The only way you deal with it is through international cooperation. You probably look at a system of quotas where we take our fair share. I'm all for limiting legal migration.
You sound like a Labour politician, Sir Robert, if you don't mind me saying.
I'm certainly not a Labour politician. I'm a Tory. And anybody who suggests that I'm some sort of social democrat, it does not understand the Conservative Party and the fact that we seek to address the hard questions and give honest answers. And more importantly than any personality contests that we might have is what the values of the Conservative Party are. I know what my values are. They're compassionate, conservative values that have underpinned the success of the Conservative Party through the generations. If we throw that away, we end any prospect of a Conservative government. That is something I cannot contemplate, and I know that thousands of other members and millions of voters as well would agree with me.
He sounds like he's been taken out of some sort of time capsule from the 1990s maybe. You know, the Conservatives haven't really taken this position for at least 14 years, maybe even more. Now, as you heard there, Suella Braverman wants to leave the European Convention of Human Rights like Nigel Farage. So her and Farage are singing from the same hymn sheet. They're on the same page. Now, going forward, the Conservatives are going to be at each other's throats. There's going to be civil war because they're not expecting to win an election, so they're not going to focus on an election. They're going to focus on internal politics. And you're going to see a power struggle, an internal power struggle. Because I say it before, and this happens within political parties, both on the left and on the right, there are some who are more interested in internal power than actually winning elections. And I think at the beginning, Suella Braverman is more interested in having some sort of internal power. She wants to lead the Conservative Party in opposition. She wants to eventually lead it into a general election. Good luck with that. But for the time being, she wants internal power. Now, the problem for the Conservatives is that you have the members and you have the MPs. And the members are much further to the right than the MPs are. The MPs want to win elections. The members don't care that much about elections, or they feel that, well, they think that the country is to the right as well. They think that the country is on their side, when the MPs are saying, I imagine to the members, no, we need to move back to the centre. That's why you had the members choosing people like Boris Johnson or Liz Truss and were against the idea of Rishi Sunak. Now, Rishi Sunak, of course, didn't win the election. It was a massive failure. But it would have been the same if Liz Truss had been in charge or Boris Johnson had been in charge. The MPs may try to change the rules so that the members have less power. But at the end of the day, there's this question that hangs over the Conservatives. What about Nigel Farage? Is he going to eventually join the party? Because if he does, the members would like to put him in charge. And people like Robert Buckland and moderates in the Conservative Party would leave, I think. There would be a mass exodus because it would no longer be a one-nation Conservative Party. It would no longer be a centre-right party. It would be a far-right party. And there'd be no chance of them winning power because the public would not be interested in that. They want moderate parties, it seems. So the Conservatives over the next number of months are going to be at each other's throats. It's going to be entertaining, but I think people like Robert is going to be looking on with horror. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.